the driving factor was really the ability to help these individuals to become good role models, and I'm really passionate about that.
And before we move ahead, this video is brought to you by our friends at Connective Pros. Visit the Connective Pros website, and I'm sure you will find the business solution that suits your needs. Guys, welcome back. Welcome back to Mike on the Mic. We have a special treat today. We have the new pageant director. Charu, introduce yourself to the audience.
Hi, good evening, everybody. My name is Charu Lochan Dass. A lot of you all know me as a fashion designer. My label is CLD, Charu Lochan Dass, but now I've taken on a new role. I'm the new franchise holder and National Pageant Director for Miss World Trinidad and Tobago.
And I think this is obvious fit. This is the best fit in my opinion, because you're going from actually designing now to directing the ship and driving the ship. What has that journey been like for you, Charu?
Well, as you know, I've always been involved in design, and I have been involved in pageants. I want to say for about 9 years now. 2014 would have been the first time I got the opportunity to be on a screening panel. That would have been for Miss Universe. But, you know, it went on, and I got more and more involved. As time went by, I got more and more involved. The last pageant director for Miss World Trinidad and Tobago, Brian Gopal. He's a dear friend of mine, and he approached me to partner with them, and I did so, never thinking this was the end result. I really never anticipated this to happen, but I went on board and I did whatever I can, and I realized that I really liked it. I like not just the fashion aspect. I like the fact that that you're giving young girls and women this opportunity. You're grooming them, you're training them, you're helping them become all-rounded individuals. Like, that really touched me. And I think that was a driving factor for me to take on this mantle now, because I will tell you, it's a lot of work. There are not enough hours in the day right now for me. But the driving factor was really the ability to help these individuals to become good role models, and I'm really passionate about that, and that is what really attracted me to this.
And Charu, you seem to be a woman of many passions: fashion, design, restaurant. I don't know how you find time during the day. I mean, give the audience some context. So this is not the first time I'm speaking to Charu here on Mike on the Mic. 2 years ago, during the height of the pandemic, when we were just on the stages of lockdown, you had a great initiative where it is that you was actually giving back to your community via face masks. And what was that campaign like for you? And then we could go back to the pageant. But what was that like to you? Because for me personally, Mike on the Mic, we've been changing and we're pivoting and we're changing gears. We want to show that entrepreneurship and that opportunity for innovation and looking at it differently. You created a space and you remain hopeful during the pandemic. First of all, what was the MASH initiative like? And what has been the benefits coming out of the pandemic too for you and your business now as Miss World franchise holder?
So back to the mask, right? So that would have been the first time we met.
Yeah.
I did the mask. I was the first designer. I'm very proud to say that I was the first designer in Trinidad to do the mask. And again, I was donating masks. It's in my nature to give back, you know. Just the fact that I was able to do that and help in some way or the other, I mean, people recognize that, companies recognize that, and they in turn reached out to me to do corporate orders, which I did, you know. So yes, it was beneficial for my business as well. And yes, this is you.
This is us 2 years ago. Yeah. It is definitely. So for me personally, Charu, when I look at this video, like 2 years ago, and we both experienced growth. And for me personally, the pandemic 2 years ago, it was really dark times.
Yeah.
But we both were in a hopeful space, and we're kind of the light opening up, things starting to open back up. We're not totally out there yet,
Uh-huh.
But the fact that we'll allow that space and that opportunity to change us and reinvent the way we think.
Yeah.
For my audience out there who may be young fashion designers and young entrepreneurs who seen your success now but that doesn't understand the journey, what are the major challenges that was there for you and that you have overcome to be in this particular position right now?
The thing is, there are always challenges. No matter what you do in life, there are always challenges. I think your mindset, the mind is your greatest asset. Your mind and your body. And when they work together in harmony, you can achieve anything. You can get through the toughest times. And we both know the pandemic was a rough time for so many of us and for everybody actually. And just doing what you love, and just once you're passionate about something, you're not going to give up on it. You are going to push through and things will pull through. And that in my experience, that is what happened. And for example, I'm so passionate about my brand, about designing. You just have to, again, and I said this 2 years ago and I will say it again, you just need to be innovative. You have to think outside the box. During the pandemic, obviously all my retail stores were closed. My boutique was closed, everything. So I just had to get creative. You know what I did? Everybody was staying home. All day, everybody is home. So you get up in the morning, you take a shower, then you change into pajamas. You shower in the evening, you change into pajamas again. I just got creative and I did a silk pajama line and loungewear line, and those things sold. They sold. So you just have to know what the demand is and be able to fulfill the supply and demand.
Yeah, and that's why I love the fact that for me personally as a young entrepreneur, because even in the pandemic time, I shift and pivot. I didn't see myself as just a media practitioner. I created this space on Mike on the Mic, and thank to the gods, to the universe, that we still continuing doing it. 2 years later, I think we experienced some growth.
Yes,
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the fact that we saw the dark times and we're not out totally, but we saw it as real opportunity. What I admire about you, Charu, is the fact that not just from a creative perspective, but from a business perspective, you know how to understand and analyze opportunities. And on that note of opportunity, how did you as an entrepreneur said, now I want to take lead and I want to be the national pageant director? What was that thought process for you?
When I launched my label, one of the questions I would always get is how I managed to be successful at that brand, at my brand, right? At fashion, that kind of thing. And I've always said, I consider myself to be a businesswoman before a designer, right? And I think that has translated throughout my life, my career path, everything. And I still I think of myself as a creative, but first and foremost, I think of myself as a businesswoman. I believe I have that business acumen. The opportunity came to me again. Like I said, I was involved in the background before. The opportunity came to me. It was not one of those things that I promptly made a decision. Yes, no, I toyed with the idea for a little bit. I weigh the pros and cons. That's the business mind coming in there. Does it make sense? What about my time? Would I be able to give it my all? Because splitting my time between all my the hats that I wear, it's not an easy thing. And this is not as simple as my label. This is national.
Yeah.
This is you are taking charge of lives, young women.
Yeah.
You're gonna be molding these young women, So it took a little while for me to really commit and say yes, but the tipping factor was actually that I am getting the opportunity to influence young people and young lives.
And that's definitely what we want to hear here on Mike on Your Mic. That's definitely you want to get the story behind the story, and I think that's very interesting. And the fact that as even as a from a entrepreneurship and a mentorship mindset, you realize that hey, the younger ones need that level of help and that direction. So let's as we look and you see that time is running out so fast here on Mike on Your Mic. Every interview these days, because it vibes and the vibration. And on that note, for the charges coming in, what are the benefits of a young woman out there in Trinidad and Tobago who might be hesitant about coming out forward and even risk registering to come and see if they could be the next Miss World Trinidad and Tobago? What are the benefits, and what would you tell that young person in terms of coming out and getting registered and becoming involved in this particular competition?
I'd say, this is, we are providing hundreds of girls this once in a lifetime opportunity. Once you come forward, I guarantee you're going to enjoy the process. It's not just about winning, it's the journey, it's the process, the kind of training, the kind of formal training that you will receive. It's just going to be beneficial to you, nobody else but you. You're doing this for yourself. Absolutely, you're getting the opportunity to represent your country, and there's no feeling like that. I'm sure if you speak to the past queens and Giselle, they will tell you that there's no feeling like being able to represent your country on an international platform. I mean, I can speak from my experience with showcasing my lines abroad, and I've I've always showcased that I'm from Trinidad and Tobago, and
Yeah.
it's pride. And yeah, so you come into this, and like I say, I want to tell our girls, it's not just about winning, it's about the journey, and it's going to provide you so many opportunities. One, to give back to your communities, and in turn your country. Two, you're going to touch the lives of so many other young women. You're going to get great opportunities and career prospects. You will meet the right people. You will be trained to speak properly and carry about yourself
Mhm.
properly. You know, it's, I always say, it doesn't matter how well traveled you are, how educated you are. Um, None of that could really actually prepare you for the international stage. You must get that grooming, that training. That is the formal training. It's so absolutely important to get you ready to face that platform. And I think that is what we'll be providing. Apart from that, I spoke at the launch, you were there. I spoke
Yeah.
about real and tangible projects that we want to get involved with and get the girls involved with.
Mhm.
We want these projects to live on well after the competition is over. So
Mhm.
we're going to create these opportunities for our young women. It's it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. So I would definitely urge our young women to come forward and be a part of this network. And I mean, it's something really that I feel every young girl, every young woman should aspire to want to be a part of that network.
My final question, just not to lose focus, my final question is what is the registration process like for these girls and where they can go to start to begin the registration process?
They can go onto our website. Registration is now open and it's free. We're not charging anything for registration. We're not charging anything for the training process. Nothing like that. Everything is free. So you can go on to our social media pages. Please go on to Miss World Trinidad and Tobago on Instagram, or Miss World TT franchise at Facebook, and you will see we've recently posted all our flyers. You can go onto our website www.missworldtrinidadandtobago.org, or you can simply just turn up for the screening, and the screening is going to be on the 28th of August. 10 a.m. onwards at the Bricks Hotel.
Wow. Thank you, Charu, for coming here on Mike on Mike. It definitely was a pleasure catching up 2 years later, understanding what you do. I want to say, hey, thanks from a Trinidad perspective that you saw an opportunity and you got involved, and now you even taking it a step further by being in a leadership position. It's
Yeah.
admirable because one thing, I'm working in the news background, and sometimes you meet a lot of people who criticize a lot, but they don't actually do. And I could definitely say my friend Charu Lochan Dass is a doer.
Well, thank you for those kind words.
Yeah, she walk the talk. She not just talking. She walking the talk.
But I must say congratulations to you as well. I'm seeing the difference. I can visually see there's a clear difference between 2 years ago to now. I can see the growth. So congratulations to you.
Thank you so much, Charu. Hearing that from you, yeah. I don't know why I don't have a pageant for Mike to enter.
We'll create one for you, Mike.
Thank you. This was definitely what I needed. Good luck to the future pageant people who are gonna be registering. Good luck to you guys. This definitely was for some context to understand what it is you're getting involved in. And as you can see, Charu is very authentic. She is herself, and she will be leading the team. Thank you guys for coming here on Mike on the Mic, and take care.